Peace. Peace to the gods.
Peace to the gods, peace to the earths, all of the righteous families of the planet. I'm sitting here with the gods out here in H-Town with my God brothers right here.
God.
Yeah, it's been a while. What's going on, Blackgod? Raha.
You know, I'm all wise and civilized.
True indeed, true indeed, true indeed. And the God UD, you know, just got the workout in. I see it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, just want to come out here and build with y'all brothers, man. I'm in town for a few days. So, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot going on, you know, in the news and with this jab situation and, you know, they trying to force it on the people and, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, what y'all, if anything, like y'all jobs and stuff been affecting y'all or any work related to that?
Well, God, actually, I've been working more during this situation, during the pandemic. But, you know, it's optional. Even though we still have to wear the masks, the face shields, and everything else.
Yeah.
It's optional whether you want to get vaccinated. And I'm glad I chose not to.
Yeah.
Because, hey, I haven't been sick. I've been good.
Yeah.
So it don't make no sense for me to go take a flu shot and get vaccinated with a germ to kill another germ or create another germ.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. And you see the situation that happened with Nicki, you know, she just told people to go do research.
Yeah. Nicki who?
Nicki Minaj, you ain't hear about that girl?
No.
Yeah, like she said that one of her people over in Trinidad she was talking to, and they said that a dude that they was talking to, his testicles swole up, you know, from, you know what I'm saying, the jab or whatever, yeah. So she just basically just said, wow, I'm gonna have to go do some research before I jump out there and just, you know, nothing, you know, crazy, but just by saying that alone, just telling people to do research.
The whole thing, this thing is like, you have to, I don't know, a lot of people, and especially our people, you know, those that are, you know, that are amongst the you know, the masses, the dumb, deaf, and blind, they follow.
Right.
They don't know any better, but, you know, what somebody tell them that's right for them.
Right.
You know, but those of us with enlightenment, you know, it's just, you know, even though, you know, all this stuff is happening, we know better. You know, you don't run and be the first one in line. This is the time, and when I'm pulling up to the, you know, to the red light, and I got my brothers sitting over, you know, my brothers, you know, Islam pushing the, you know, the papers, and I say, yo, brother, let me get one. So which one you want? I say, oh, yo, bro, I say, here's 5. Take these. Oh, I got a chance to know, brother. Give me some enlightenment today.
Yeah.
And the first thing the article said, don't be the first one in line, black people. And my queen, you know, she on her second injection. You know, I'm on the phone reading this off to her, you know, don't be dumb and don't be deaf and following these people and saying we black people want to be the first in line. Be the first in line to get, because white people get everything. We want ours first. Now we dying first.
Yeah.
True indeed.
Because we jumping in line to get that. No, let them be the guinea pigs.
Yeah.
Let them continue to get their stuff first.
Yeah.
This is the time to let them get it done first. Because guess what? I still to this day, I haven't had mine. I haven't had a trace. Being a veteran, they check us. They was checking us like period all the time. You couldn't come in and get nothing done without being checked. Never had a trace of COVID-19. Never had a shot. And they was asking me, what do you do? I said, yo, I just protect myself. It's simple as that. I said, secondly, I never get flu shots. I don't get flu shots. I had a flu shot was when I was in the military, when I first got in the military, and that was 94. It's the last time I ever got one, because one, I got sick as a dog, and I said, there's no reason in the world that I should have got that sick from something that's supposed to make me feel healthy.
True indeed.
Yeah.
I didn't get vaccinated, God, because I take care of myself. We've been taking care of myself before COVID. You know what I'm saying? So, me, I looked at it as it's another virus like the bird flu, what is it, Ebola virus, the swine flu. Now you got this COVID thing. that gonna blow over. I say it's too many different things that's coming out. Look at this. I look at it like this. When we was coming up in the 70s, 80s, we had less diseases and more cures.
Yeah.
Now, in the age of technology and information, you got more diseases and less cures. How you got less cures and more diseases in this day and age?
Mm-hmm.
Well, back in the day, you had less diseases and more cures. As kids, even this right here is a factor. As kids, how many ADHD other kids have you been around? How many kids, we used to jump on pissy mattresses playing dirt and everything else. How many kids you been around had eczema?
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Now, kids all got eczema, they all got ADHD, they all got so many different ailments that we didn't have. We didn't have this technology.
Yeah, yeah.
So what are y'all doing?
That's a fact.
You understand?
Yeah.
You gotta sit back and analyze, like the God say. You gotta be analytical before you run up there and take the shot. Like, hold on, let me see something, because if COVID's here now, why wasn't he there then?
Mm-hmm.
The same thing that caused it now been around. It ain't nothing new under the sun.
Mm-hmm.
So why is it just some new thing coming out?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And why y'all can't get rid of this? Like y'all get rid of the bird flu, the swine flu, and Ebola, all this other stuff. Oh, quote unquote, the flu.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you can't get rid of this. You got pills now that you can take for HIV. All this stuff.
And it's crazy because it's like ever since this thing came out, you ain't really heard nothing about the flu killing people.
No, it's a scare
You ain't heard nothing about polio killing people. You ain't.
It's a scare tactic, God.
But yet the CDC says, I think every year, last time I checked, it says something about over, 30-something to almost 60,000 Americans die every year from the influenza. But yet you didn't hear about nobody dying from the flu.
God.
No, everything was COVID.
Let me tell you something about COVID, God. This is how they try to scare you. They try to psychologically dupe you with, they'll tell you how many people had COVID, and they run it in together with the people that actually passed away from COVID. So it seems like it's more people dying, but it's really not. It's a lot of people that had COVID, only a handful that passed away from COVID. But when you put it together, it's like, oh man, millions of people died from COVID.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
yeah.
it's a lot of people that caught it, quote unquote.
Yeah.
But these only handful that died from it.
And they don't show you the amount of people that actually beat it.
It's just like, yeah.
You know,
it's
more
just like
people
the flu.
beat it. Yeah, they got over it.
A lot of people caught the flu or catch the flu, but only a handful actually passed away from it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's just the misinformation, man, that people,
like you said,
a lot
how
of
many people, and let me tell you something about COVID too. COVID don't kill you by yourself. You gotta already have ailments.
Right.
Like if you overweight, if you're not taking care of yourself, if you already have an ailment and you're not being cautious on your own health, yeah, anything will take you out.
Right.
The flu will take you out.
Right. Yeah, that's a fact.
Not just COVID. I know people that had COVID and didn't even have a symptom, quote unquote.
Yeah.
But I know people who had COVID who was overweight. I just had a homeboy, he had COVID, but he was over 400-some pounds.
Oh.
So it wasn't just the COVID that killed him. It was everything else that was with it, and then he caught the flu, and then it took him out.
Yeah.
Now, if he was actually working out or, taking this stuff, it's like when you start getting symptoms of a cold, you start sniffing with a runny nose, start coughing a little bit, you go get you some Dayquil or some NyQuil. You just go get you some more rest, you start drinking more water, start getting orange juice, start taking your vitamin C, start doing all this. You start taking care of yourself. So a lot of people don't do that.
Yeah.
A lot of people wait till.
And the thing is, they haven't even been pushing that. It's like
No,
all they've been
they don't
pushing lately
push
is
good.
COVID. Vaccine, vax.
Yeah.
That's it. No other alternative measures. You
Yeah.
would think by now you would see in the news they would be like, yo, get your vitamins up, keep your immune system strong. You don't even hear
Sweat
that.
some of that toxins out your body.
Yeah. You don't even.
That's
hear
why we
that.
sweat, because we want to get some of this stuff out.
Yeah.
And it's the second thing, is like I was telling God, this new world order. I actually have to say, my mind is set on it. It's like a different way of ushering it in.
Right.
just like this mandate. I think it was some TV movie or something like that. But it was actual factual. When you talk about something that could happen in the future, and this is that future.
Right.
This movie, everybody had to get these stamps, and to get just like the Jews had to get these serial numbers and plant it on them. Everybody on this movie had to get these stamps on them in order to be able to survive in this world.
I remember that.
Okay, so same thing they doing to us now. They making everybody have the same weakness. If you want to survive, you want to be able to go out in public and eat in this restaurant, you have to have your vaccination. This is the people, they just telling you the back door, and they bringing you down, they making you weak. They making us all the same. This is just another method, a part two method, because part one is when you're born into the world. Those shots you really don't have to have. Some of those shots are breaking you down, your molecular structure down as black people, breaking you down to them, their norm. This is why you getting sick and become normal like them. You know what I'm saying? They're taking away your godness.
That's a fact.
Taking it away. They're doing it again. All they're doing now is sealing it now with another shot.
Yeah. We used to hear back in the days. We used to hear back in the days, all the, just talk about the Illuminati and the New World Order and the books we used to read, and they used to talk about the depopulation agenda, you know what I mean? And back then we was like hearing that stuff thinking it was like some futuristic type of, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the gods thought, in the year 2000 or 2012 they was going to expose or bring a lot of this stuff to fruition, but the devil just flipped it on them and released the beast 2020, 2021.
A different way.
A different way.
What the devil do? Let me tell you what the devil do. His greatest trick. They say his greatest trick is the food. No, his greatest trick is put it in your face. His greatest trick is to take nature from you, take what's natural from you. Everything that's natural, everything in nature goes back to what's natural to it. So let's take the naturalism out of it. Like say for instance the mask wearing. We're wearing masks. Now naturally, you don't even supposed to breathe in your own carbon dioxide like that. You're supposed to breathe out the carbon dioxide so the plants can breathe in the carbon dioxide and breathe out the oxygen so you can breathe in the oxygen. So you're wearing a mask 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day. You're breathing in that your own carbon dioxide was unnatural, and you know that does something to your brain because you just got to breathe them toxins out of your body. That keeps you from getting sick because you breathe the air. It's like a fish breathing in air. Like, okay, I'm gonna breathe. You don't gotta wear a mask, but you gotta get out into the water. You see what I'm saying? And you don't expect the fish to get sick or visually get a headache or something. You breathe in that carbon dioxide, you're gonna get a headache. You're gonna get symptoms of shit that you don't even supposed to be getting. So the thing is, what the devil do, he take the natural away from you and make stuff unnatural. Like the women. Even the women, what's natural? Natural is cover up. You're not twerking on every other video. You're not acting more manly. Because the thing in this life, when you act more like now we got our women acting more manly. When you act manly, you lose your feminism. And you got the men acting more women, more women. So when you act more feminine, you lose your maleism. You started acting more feminine. You started becoming more beta, and she started acting more man. Oh, I don't need a man. I'm good. I'm this. So now you started to lose that femininity. You're not feminine no more.
She's gonna be more alpha.
But you still want a man. But you want to be a man now. But you still want a man. It's just like these dudes. You want to wear the tight pants. You want to do this. You still want to be you still want a woman. But you want to do most of the stuff that women do. Sometimes you gotta flip the script and go back to what's natural. Sometimes you can't cater to a woman through being a woman.
Did you when you say that, I think about Dr. Wesley Muhammad when he talked about the testosterone conspiracy. That the devil just manipulating the foods and you know what I'm saying, putting stuff in the foods to make it more estrogen, for men, and vice versa for the
For the
females,
women.
more testosterone. And it says like you can see the roles like shifting. You know what I'm saying? And it's happening at a dramatic pace.
Well, why?
I remember when I was before I got locked up in 2001, like in Georgia, especially like in Augusta, spots like that. In Atlanta you see all of dykes, gays, and stuff like that. But in Augusta you didn't see that much. I came home like 2006, 2007. Yo, it looked like every other person, every other female is a dyke or. So to just show you that rapid pace of how the devil was doing it, it's like not even really a conspiracy. I believe that they're really manipulating, or genetically altering foods and shit to.
Just think about it, it's easy to down. Just like we talked about earlier. Back in the day, going out to eat, fast food and everything else was luxury.
Yeah.
So when you at home, we had less homosexual activities because we ate at home.
Yeah.
Mom cooked. Now you can go to McDonald's. Like now, we can go spend a corner, get a McDonald's, get 4 McDonald's burgers for $2.
Yeah, like you were
know
saying
what I'm
earlier, that was a luxury. McDonald's,
So now you go get
even that.
You go get the estrogen in the food and the testosterone in certain food. But my thing is this, God. Yet still, everything goes back to what's natural to it. You need straight people to make gay people. You can't just make a gay person. You gotta have 2 straight people. And every time you see somebody say relationship goals, gay people don't say relationship goals, but it's 2 men or 2 women. It's gonna be Jay-Z or Beyonce or something. They gonna say relationship goals.
Yeah.
Even the gay people. You understand? So they still looking for straight people for their relationship goals. So it's gonna always go back to what's natural.
Yeah.
They just trying to be unnatural like the devil. When you go to Europe and you look at the Cupid pissing in the pool with his penis hanging out, his nipple hanging out, and to shoot to make a person fall in love, he got to shoot a straight bow and arrow. He don't shoot you in the heart to make you fall in love. He shoot you in your ass.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that goes back to unnatural activities. You understand? So, and who celebrated more? The women. The women. Our women, if you can make their women unnatural, they say I think the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said this: if you want to know the condition of society,
Right.
study the woman.
female. Yeah, the woman.
So if we can make the woman unnatural, we got the man.
Exactly. Yeah.
We give a little welfare.
Yeah.
We give a little housing.
Yeah.
We got the man because they don't raise their kids to be unnatural.
Yeah.
Little Bobo here, Bobo, go get your earring in your head at 3 years old.
Yeah.
You cool though. That makes you cool.
That's interesting.
You don't know how to spell earring, but you got an earring in your ear.
Yeah, you know how to rock them.
Yeah. You got some Jordans on, but you can barely walk.
Yeah. What
Unnatural.
what y'all think about the just the situation just with in the conscious community or just with conscious people, because when you say that, it make me think about just newborns and getting knowledge and how we had enlighteners and we had people that we can kind of ask on a one-on-one basis. But today it's the cyber world, where they go online to build with gods and stuff like that. Do you think brothers ain't really getting taught properly the way like how back in the 80s when we were coming up?
I know they're not getting taught properly, God. Because for the fact they're not seeking out older gods to get information. They seek information from the tools. They seek information from us. And then they get it and they flip it. You go to the internet to get your lessons. Those are not our lessons.
Yeah.
You understand? Those are not our real lessons. And then you got gods that's still walking this planet true and living, and these other youngsters are not even coming to the true and living gods and walking, talking, getting up to degree. We're going to be dealing with a youngster right now that's in a Facebook group or whatever group he in that's getting all this new information out the internet. He could be right here building, actually getting a lesson manifest to him right now, actually living and walking and talking to the degree.
Yeah.
But you go to this app or this internet to get it, you just got a scripture or whatever out the book. You don't know how to draw it up and break it down. You don't know how to do nothing with that lesson. Who is the original man? Answer: the Asiatic black man, the maker, the owner, the cream of the planet Earth, father of civilization, God of the universe. Draw that up, break that down. You got the lesson. You might even quote it. But are you living it? Do you know how to live that? Do you know how to break that degree down? Do you know how to actually live it? Do you know how to raise your family with it? Do you know how to go to school with it and break down what the teacher say? Let the teacher know you going without even saying you going?
Yeah.
Let your aura speak for it?
And how
When
many
you walking and talking?
and how many older gods have you built with that on that degree with? You know what I'm saying? To get, just understanding, different understanding or whatever.
What is your universe? How do you control your universe? Your universe is how do you control your existence and not just exist? How do you evolve and not just revolve?
Yeah.
You understand? Because a lot of people get in relationships with women, a lot of people get in relationships with gods, a lot of people get in relationships with whatever. And they revolve around it and not evolve. Yeah. Even when you go back to school, you revolve, okay, I'm revolving, I'm doing it. Why don't you evolve? What are you doing to evolve as a god? God is here.
I think that's one of the reasons why the gods, or the newborns rather today is just having such a struggle with just, retaining a lot of this information. And like I said, you see cats like young Pharaoh and these dudes going crazy, and it's like the information, retention span for some of these guys is just, it's at an all-time low.
Now, God, I'm gonna tell you why they going crazy. It ain't just because it's at all-time low. It's that only thing they got is information.
Yeah.
What are you living? What are you doing with it? You just got it. It's like God going back to school. You got information. What are you doing with it?
Yeah.
If we got so much information in your head to where your head can't even fit no more information, I gotta let it out. I gotta go teach it. I gotta work it. I gotta go apply it somewhere. I gotta take this school that I learned all this stuff in school. It's like having a degree and sitting here and watch TV every day, all day. But I got a master's degree that I should be going use, but I don't even got a job. So you got all the degrees, but you ain't using it. You just sitting down on your ass.
Yeah.
You ain't even utilized it. You using it for coochie coupons. Because that's what gods do.
So basically it's just the laziness really of
Yeah.
and the unwillingness and the laziness
it's
of
like knowing the whole book.
student.
Knowing the whole book. And you don't teach nothing, you don't learn nothing, you don't go manifest nothing, you just got it.
Yeah.
And they just told you that shit, that'll break you down. That'll break you down. Go and you'll be like, man, I got all this information.
Yeah.
I'm smart. I wanna just run out there and give this knowledge to everybody. But what are you doing for you first? Because you don't really gotta go run out and give it to somebody. They'll see that light. They'll be like, shit, he's shining.
Yeah.
God got this going on, he's doing this now. Or just hearing you talk. Like some women just hear you talk, everything you speak is a lesson. So they just hear you talk to somebody else and they like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know he knew all that. I didn't know he was that intelligent. He looked mean. I thought he was just this. I thought he just did that more than he could speak.
Yeah. What information or what, I guess, encouragement would y'all give like new students, trying to get this information, retain knowledge and learn their lessons and just building with older gods, getting information, like what information or advice would you brothers, what I'm saying? In this day and time, because we living in a real crazy day and time.
Go back to school. And when I say that, go back to school to where we went to school. Go back to school and actually sit down and look at your teacher eye to eye, like we had to. Open up the book. You understand? Listen to what the teacher's saying. Actually let the teacher teach.
Yeah.
Because most of the teachers, when you sat in the real classroom back in my day, the teacher main objective was to teach you well enough to where you could come back and be a teacher. You understand? The old school teachers are different from the new school teachers now.
Yeah.
It's very rare that you go to a school and see a new teacher that's sitting in the classroom that taught like the old school teachers that taught us, because it was more personal.
Right.
Develop a personal relationship with the teacher, because you'll learn more.
Yeah.
Understand? Anybody can get a lesson. We learn lessons every day. Anybody can get a lesson and look cool because you know how to quote it.
Yeah.
You learn how to quote stuff on Facebook. It's stuff that most of these young guys read on Facebook. They're gonna say, "Oh man, I remember Jay-Z said this." How many raps you can quote? You can sing whole raps.
Yeah.
What you're saying in regard to today's teachers are not going to be yesterday's teacher at all, because they're teaching from a book, and if it's not a line in that book, and I had one teacher tell me that reason why she's hard on the kids in the first grade is, you know, giving them frowny faces when you know, they're not patting them on the back. She says because the next level teachers, all they're going to do is teach them from a book, pass them when they're not even passing, and not even giving them instructions. You know what I'm saying? To go home, not giving them homework. There is no such thing as homework. Notice your kids don't bring home books anymore. They don't bring home books.
Man, that's a fact. I asked my daughter that. I'm like, y'all don't get no homework with your books.
They don't give them homework. Most kids, all kids, today's society is split like this. If you're not fast enough to keep up with what's taught within the classroom,
They're just gonna keep it moving.
They keep it moving. But most kids, all kids are not built that way. I wasn't built that way. I had to go home and reiterate what happened, like, you know, earlier today in classroom, in order for me to keep up tomorrow.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's what homework does for some of these kids that are failing and they ain't getting it. You know what I mean? But on the knowledge itself level, to the young gods and young earths, you need to get with that one that has that wisdom. Stop following somebody that's walking in this, you know, you walking in, it ain't nothing wrong with building together, but you still have to have that enlightener of that enlightener. Somebody that's 2 steps ahead of you. You know what I mean? You know, so get with that elder God. Get with that elder earth, you know what I mean? And get that enlightenment from them more or less than just from, yo, he just learned the same thing I learned today. How can he see anything different than you? I mean, we all see things in a different way, but his young mind is still on your level. How about getting some of that enlightenment from somebody that already walked that path? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's almost like growing up in the neighborhood, in the hood, and an older guy see you doing something wrong. See you going in that store with that jacket on and that hoodie. You might not even gonna be going in the rival store to do nothing bad. But that old school dude grab you and say, hey, hold up. Take that hoodie off your head and go in the store. You know what's going on in this element, in this time.
Right.
And you might be 15 years old, just going to the store with your friends, 4 of y'all, and you just walking in there with the hood on your head all low, you can't see your eyes, the mask on, you can't see your face, and you just walking in there. And the old school say, hey, whoa, what you doing? Take that shit off your head, man. Or that female that's out here, and she see little Bobby riding around, he 29 years old, selling Percocets or whatever they be taking now, and she's 16 and he 30, but he got the nice car, the nice shoes and everything else, and that older woman who used to be with the dope boy back in the day, now she 48, and she said, hold up, girl, let me tell you something. That's what a teacher does. Hold up, girl, let me tell you something, come here, let me talk to you. Because I used to live that life. I used to be in a dope man car. I was in the dope man car who got shot. I was in the dope. I got caught up, had to go to court because he left packages in my car. He left a couple of keys in the car, and I wouldn't even sell them. I just wanted to be cool. I just wanted to be around the guy. See, that's what the teacher does. So like the guard say, get with the teacher. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the older guard does. Like, look, let me show you about this lesson. Let me show you how I benefit the lesson. That's what the father used to do.
Yeah, that's a fact. I mean, it's definitely good for the young brothers and, you know what I'm saying, students to be around that elder wisdom, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's very important.
So we still go to our elders. We before our grandmothers and grandpas and everybody passed away, we used to go, hey, grandpa, what you think about this?
Exactly. Likewise, You
know what I'm saying? Hey, grandma, you cook this like this. These grits, how you put that in the grits and make it taste like that? Well, I ain't had this, so I did it like this. But you know, a lot of, I'm going to say this and say this, a lot of people live by the Meatloaf Syndrome, God. You know what the Meatloaf Syndrome is? The Meatloaf Syndrome is this. One day a boy was playing. He was outside playing. He came inside. He said, Mom, why every time we eat meatloaf, you cut the sides off, put it in the pan, and put it in the oven? She said, well, son, don't worry about it, go outside and play. So she called her mother, she said, Mom, your grandson wanted to know, and I wanted to know, why every time we cook meatloaf, we cut the sides off, put it in the pan, put it in the oven. She said, what did you tell him? She said, I told him, don't worry about it, go outside and play. She said, well, you told him right. So she called her mother, she said, Mom, your great-grandson, your granddaughter, and I wanted to know why every time we cook meatloaf, we cut the sides out, put it in the pan, and put it in the oven. Because my pan was too small. I don't know why y'all do it. see what I'm saying? I don't know why
Yes,
y'all
sir.
do it. I did it because my parents were smart. I don't know why y'all do it.
Yes, sir.
You understand? So if you would have came and asked the elder first,
Yeah.
it would have showed you. You live in this Meatloaf Syndrome.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can tell you, that don't apply today. I'm going to manifest something to you. Why I did it.
That's good wisdom right there.
Yeah,
You know what
go
I'm
on.
saying? Yeah, it's always good building with y'all brothers, man. You know, hey, they need that. They need that.
They
Wisdom
need
like
that.
that is very important. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Yo, we gonna get up out of here, you know, because the day's pushing forward. But yeah, man, it's always a blessing building with y'all brothers. You know what I mean? Yeah. Any final words before we go? You know what I'm saying?
Man, keep evolving. Peace to the gods, peace to the earth, keep evolving as a nation, as a people.
And don't get that jab.
Indeed.
Peace to the
Do
God.
like we used to do, you know. The most honorable with everybody else, we did it ourselves.
Yeah, indeed. So yeah, with that being said, man, I lead the brothers as I came. Greeting words of peace.
Peace.
Peace to the gods.
Peace.
Peace.